ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Camillo Primavera. The main issues I'm going to be tackling when I get elected are: my slogan, if anyone who's seen it, says it's time for a change. So let's make it happen. Bring unity back into community. That's what it's all about. Independent audit of council finances is what I've been told everywhere I've gone around in these last couple of weeks. We need to do an independent audit of the council's finances. Better support for small business. The cost of living and the pressure caused by our current housing crisis is a big issue. Better support for increasing homelessness and displaced families. Homelessness is a humanitarian crisis and we need to find solutions now. Transparency and trust in council leadership, very important. Sensible and sustainable development. A strong advocacy for Division 10 and the Sunshine Coast community as a whole. Service and infrastructure to enhance the region and bring it back to life, particularly in the rural areas. A back to basics approach in protecting our lifestyle. Inclusive governance, consultation with the people, for the people, by the people. Bring your voice to council and make a difference to our region. Accountability for the impacts accountability for the impacts of state government policies on our region. Youth and crime and community values, escalating rates, fees and charges, and keeping control of our expenditure. Re-examine the 15-minute city agenda, Sunshine Coast Smart City Framework, community consultation and human rights. Dog owners' concerns about increased restrictions, unsustainable and poorly planned developments, better transport system that connects everyone in the Sunshine Coast, not just the city. Cap our rates, fees and cap our salaries. Remove fluoride from our water supply. It's a poison. I believe I am a candidate of the people, for the people, serving the interests of the people. I stand for honesty, integrity, compassion, and I'm very passionate about my community. We the people have the power to make the changes. People power is what makes a difference, and if enough people voice their concerns and ideas and take interest in how councils run, then that's when change happens. No more jobs for the mates, more regulated growth and planning. We don't need to live in a sardine city. There needs to be more support for our country areas, bring back services, support the local businesses and stop the crowding of an already overcrowded city. A statement from Karen Williams, the Mayor of the Redlands City Council, warns a state-imposed housing strategy to shrink the size of home blocks could allow residents to pass toilet paper to their neighbour through the bathroom window and turn this city, fastest growing area, into a sardine city. Now, this could happen on the Sunshine Coast if we don't voice our concern. The Sunshine Coast is set to become the Silicon Valley of Australia. The council released a video titled Testing Tech in Paradise. It appears that the Sunshine Coast will be subjected to further electromagnetic radiation that would severely impact more people. The key impacts are the more huge amounts of council funds that are being wasted on dealing with a problem that eminent scientists from around the world, including Australia's renowned Professor Ian Plimer, prove that it doesn't exist. I do not support the climate emergency declaration. There is no emergency. They should be stopped wasting ratepayers' money with their nonsensical virtue signalling. In order to protect the hinterland, the SEQ planning project is promoting the urban corridor, which is everything east of the Pacific Highway. This is all part of a UN and WEF agenda to push people into the urban corridor, smart cities with high radiation and multiple surveillance systems. This is not my idea of a relaxed lifestyle promoted for the Sunshine Coast. We are not the Gold Coast, and I would like to see this reversed. People have a choice of where they live, and they pay rates just like the city folk and deserve the same services, waste collection, seal roads, etc. Now a little bit about me. I've come from a migrant family. I'm a Navy veteran. I did 6 years as a medic, 2 years in the Army as reserve as a medic. I'm a retired registered nurse of, if you include my military, nearly 40 years. I also ran a naturopathic business for about 5 or 6 years, part-time, whilst I was working as a nurse. I was the founder and director of a charity called Recovery Education Services and Training, which was a charity that looked after the homeless and displaced families and street children, and I ran that successfully for 10 years until amalgamation took that away from us. I'm a life member of the RSL. I'm a great supporter of Mates for Mates and the TPI Association. I'm the co-founder of Queensland Homeless Working Group, which our vision is to embrace the formation of active advisory board from the combined resources of homeless community groups and the conversion of redundant properties into housing solutions that provide safe accommodation for people in need. A Justice of the Peace for 36 years and a Commonwealth public official. Finally, I say stop living in fear, show your disapproval of how council has been run in the past, and you have the power to make changes. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.